So this Friday, Hasbro is going to be having a live stream for Pulsecon, and they are going to be revealing some new Transformers figures. But in the meantime, we have now two figures that have been revealed early, one of which was leaked before Hasbro got a chance to do so, and in doing so, caused an internet storm that I have not expected to see out of, well, younger Transformers fans. And so now that the figure has been officially revealed, I'm going to give you guys my thoughts on it. And I'm also going to talk about something that's really cool that I hope that Hasbro does in the near future for those of us who have been collecting Studio Series 86. So without further ado, let's sit back, relax, make sure you're subscribed to the channel, and let's transform and roll out. Consider supporting the channel on Patreon, becoming a channel member, or purchase some merch at my spring store today. So the first thing that I want to talk to you guys today about is the fact that if you have been trying to complete your collection for Studio Series 86 Dinobots, you probably are on the hunt for Grimlock, because Grimlock right now in the aftermarket, the late fee that you're going to pay is upwards of $200 for a lot of people, or at least that's what I've been seeing a lot of people selling it for. And I have not seen necessarily the same thing when it comes down to Slag, or as they're releasing the toy as a Slug. And that's because they, the figure itself was kind of available in some places, but it was kind of hard to find for some people. And so Hasbro is doing another run of it. Currently, right now, Snarl is sitting on the shelves, or at least some people are starting to get it. And Sludge, I was finally able to get my hands on Sludge, and he's been out for a while too. And some people are still trying to, right now are trying to hunt down Snarl. That being said, if you missed out on Slag, Hasbro is doing another run on him, and it's going to be released, at least as far as Entertainment Earth is concerned, of March of 2024. So if you missed out on Slag or Slug or whatever, they are doing another run on him, but they're also doing another run on Fortress Maximus. So if you missed out on Titan's Return Fortress Maximus, they're doing a new run on those two figures. And I want to talk about this in a positive sense, because some people are like, oh, I already have Slag, so I just need Grimlock. I just need Grimlock. Well, good for you, but some people missed out on Slag, so get the word out that people want to complete their Dinobot sets. And I think that if Slag does well for a second run, for the people who missed out on him, I think it'll send a clear message to Hasbro, hey, we want to complete our Studio Series 86 Dinobots. Please rerun Grimlock. I'm hoping that's the case. So I just wanted to get the word out there. I'll have an Amazon, affiliate link and an Entertainment Earth affiliate link if you want to help out the channel. Links are going to be in the description. And if you're looking for Toy Hacks labels, yes, I do have a sponsorship with Toy Hacks as well. And of course, that'll be in the link for that. Actually, I'll put that up on the screen right here, right now. And this way that if you want 15% off a Toy Hacks label, you can do so as well. And that'll help out for some people who want to get labels on their favorite figures. So let's get on to the thing that got fans really riled up. For those of you who know, I really, really dig this guy right here. Transformers Animated Prowl. And yeah, he's not one-for-one Transformers Animated, but he fits on a generation shelf. Even though I wanted to make sure that I was able to get my hands on a Earth Mode G1 Prowl, and having this guy right here. So I got this guy at BotCon for, someone was selling him loose for $25, and I was like, yes, yeah, definitely. I definitely want an Earth Mode G1 Prowl, because I wanted these two guys to stand together because, well, I enjoy Animated quite a bit, so much so that the people who live in some nexus on a Discord server somewhere, probably think that, you're just a G1 fan. It's like, I love Beast Wars, but that's really besides the point. But this particular figure and Bulkhead and so many in Transformers Legacy have brought out the worst of the very vocal minority of Transformers, fans, that it's not been a good thing. But I digress. Because when this figure here leaked, boy, did fans get angry. I have not seen fans this angry since, well, I mean, yeah, we all of us had our discourse about, Wheeljack. And those of you who reveled in the fact that Wheeljack was not Wheeljack in the movies at all, except for like a brief appearance in the Bumblebee movie, and then like that was it. It's like the same fans who were, claiming victory over that are the same fans probably who are being really toxic about this guy. Now, this was a leak. This particular figure now has been officially revealed, but I wanted to show this image first because fans who have been complaining about it were complaining off of this image, what appears to be a mistransformation of this reveal for a Transformers Legacy animated universe Bumblebee. And taking a look at the figure from the backside and, seeing that, the way the feet are and what have you, and that he has stingers and his, they show him here next to Prowl, and that they show his accessories in his car mode. And it seems like these images were done by somebody who wanted to show this off first before, official images were even revealed. Because the next lineup of Transformers Legacy is going to be called United. People were wondering what the UNI was going to stand for in the leaked listings. Well, Hasbro revealed these two figures two figures from Transformers Legacy United, which are going to be officially talked about this Friday on Pulsecon, and they are animated universe Bumblebee and Optimus Prime. And I gotta say, I'm very excited for animated fans. You guys got Prowl. You guys have, honestly, that bulkhead figure for Legacy is kind of a cross between animated and Prime, and I love it. I love that figure. I really do. There are things that I wish that were a little bit better, but still, I think it's a fun figure, and I think people gave it too much hate, personally. But that being said, the official image for Bumblebee shows a completely different story. The shoulders being transformed properly, the weapons being able to be used not only as stingers that he can hold, but also has the rocket boosters for his car mode on his back, and, or can be combined with the stingers. And I think the figure looks pretty cool overall. As an overall standpoint, I think it's a cool looking figure. The helmet design is a little bit on the bigger side. I think that maybe because they were really trying to shoot for that animated aesthetic, but I think the figure looks good. And in car mode, I think he looks fantastic as well. The only issue I have, really, personally speaking, is the clear plastic for that windshield, and it worries me because it's also the hinge for his transformation. And I know Toy Hacks is going to end up putting up labels on there, probably to, really make that vehicle mode look a little bit better. But still, it's that clear plastic that worries me on the least bit. Other than that, I think the figure looks fantastic. The positive reception has been for Optimus Prime. The animated Optimus Prime really serves this aesthetic very, very well. So much so that I'm sure animated fans are going to be excited to see this figure come out, and are definitely going to get their hands on it. I've seen so many people like, yeah, this is bought day one. His vehicle mode in and of itself looks cool. And with all the added attachments and all the, the axe to where it is and all the different peg posts, I would not be surprised to see him have that like back trailer released separately, and maybe it be an add-on for him. And, maybe give people what they wanted out of a wingsuit Optimus Prime that, in the last episodes of Transformers Animated had. I'm very excited for animated fans because, again, they're getting new figures for characters that they love. But the discourse has been surrounding this attitude towards whether or not Derek J. Wyatt would have been happy about it. And if he was happy, I think that personally speaking, he probably would have been happy that animated has gotten love and adoration for a lot of fans, and that they're getting new toys based on those characters. And if he had any negative responses towards it, he probably would have been very blunt about it. I know that, you know, he was very vocal about his attitudes towards the designs for the live action films. Very, very blunt in a negative way. And, you know, it was just kind of like, those are the things that about him that he would do. And I'm not speaking for him, but I'm speaking in a positive light, because I think that, for all it's worth, animated was a fun show. And I know not everybody loves Transformers Animated. I know that. I know some people are big-time Transformers Prime fans. And some people are big-time Bay fans or Earthspark fans. I myself, I'm an old-school G1 Beast Wars guy. And that's going to be my, like, you know, I could compare Transformers pretty much always to that, because it's like, I love the origins of the franchise and how special it is to me. But I have a lot of respect for fans who, you know, love different series. The biggest problem we see nowadays is the discourse among, you know, some fans who are really, it's really the fans that are like very vocal on Twitter, and, you know, I don't have a Discord server, but people who are probably on Discord, and just, you know, being the most negative people that they can be, talking about how they wish that no one should ever listen to a G1 fan, or if it's not G1, it's good. Like, it's, come on, like, really? Or you get a lot of people also, Prime fans will attack Earthspark fans of Earthspark. You'll have Transformers, now you have Transformers Animated fans coming out of the woodwork and just saying, like, they just wanted, even though there were 15 different versions of Transformers, you know, animated Bumblebee, they wanted another one-to-one figure, instead of one that can match and fit in the aesthetic for the rest of us who don't collect Transformers Animated. Like, come on, guys, let's look at these Transformers from a positive perspective, or at least an objective, you know, mindset. If the head is too big on this particular Bumblebee, yeah, I can see complaints. If you're worried about the clear plastic being broken, that is a valid complaint. You know, because, you know, G1 fans have had to deal with characters that are not one-to-one, right? Like, how often do we get one-to-one? We didn't start getting one-to-one till War for Cybertron. And even then, you know, maybe you want to talk about Masterpiece, but it's a whole other story. Like, we never got that, right? Instead, what we always got was, you know, Transformers is never supposed to be made for you. Really? Back in the 80s it was. Like, so, like, I'm looking at this from the perspective of, I think it's time for Transformers fans to stop attacking each other in a negative, you know, sense. But also to look at these two figures as a celebration of what Transformers Animated is, and what it means to people who are fans of other Transformers series and can look at animated characters in a positive light. What this does for me is that this, again, I had made a list back in the day for 5 Transformers characters that I wanted to see in a toy line. And I would love to see a legacy version brought up of. You know, Armada Demolisher is one. You know, and he was number 5 on my list. The other ones were Dinobot. I believe Bulkhead was my number 2. So having the Bulkhead, you know, for Transformers Legacy really worked for me. You know, Obsidian and Strika was on that list. But Lugnut, Slipstream, you know, I was happy with the Barricade. I was happy with the Black Arachnia. Like, those, so many different new figures of these characters come out, and they're so good. You know, they're much more posable. The joints are really good on them. People do have to worry about certain aspects on them. I know some people don't like the waffling, and some people are all about third party, and that's fine. You know, when I was at BotCon last month, I met so many of you that it was such a positive experience. Transformers fans, both young and old, all came together, talked about the positives of Transformers Cyberverse, love and adoration for Beast Wars. The Beast Wars cast that was there was just wonderful. Talking to Sue Blue was fantastic. Like, those are the things that we're supposed to be doing. TFCon in Orlando is next month, and I'm excited to be going to that. And I want to see so many of you there. You know, this is what Transformers fans should be doing. We're supposed to bond over plastic robots. Here we have two characters who are very different from each other, who are named the same thing. You know, and so when I look at one character, you know, who isn't really that, he can fit in my collection, and I can headcanon name him something else and just have the two of them work together. It's so great to be able to have these two characters together, and I can't wait to, you know, finish the customization that I'm going to be doing to the two of them so I can place, you know, have a pretty cool scene with them with Barricade. Like, those are the kind of things that we're supposed to be able to see with Transformers. Let's unite us as a fandom together. That's what Transformers United is supposed to do. And with that, I want to know what you guys think of this, you know, this particular showcase of figures. Are you excited for, you know, the Pulsecon that's coming out this Friday? And I want to know what you guys want to see out of a Transformers retrospective or discussion video in the future as it pertains to any part of Transformers as a whole. Of course, leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. Be sure to thumbs up this video and subscribe. Check out my other videos as well. I have many more Transformers news, retrospectives, and more coming down the pipeline, so stay tuned for all of that. And as always, guys, until next time, till all are one.